Welcome back here live from Uncle Tom Community Hall in Orlando West here in Soweto. We commemorating the 40th anniversary of the June 16, 1976. So I see that we're trending on Twitter this morning. We're sitting at #1. People are sharing their stories, but mainly they're reflecting on what our guests are saying here this morning and what people on the floor are also saying. So let's just go on the floor again. It's Morris Isaacson. You may pose your question.
Morning, everyone. My name is Sechaba Montsitsi. I just want to ask this question directly to the panel or the foundation itself about I'm concerned about the banning of infrastructures. When I look at the clips of 1976, I've realized that now it was the only weapon that they were using to send a message to the apartheid government in terms of banning the infrastructure and the vehicles and etc. But now we are living in a democratic government now. The very same weapon is still being used to can actually send, I don't know what message are they sending to who, because it's a different story altogether. So I was just asking a question whether maybe they can have a program just to educate people in whether maybe if they want the houses, they must not destroy the schools. Maybe, you know, if they want the schools, they must not destroy the roads, something like that. Because maybe they will think that the information it started from 1976, now it's being cascaded downwards to the youth of 2016. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Let's take Pulani Tladi because she has a similar question to what you have. Pulani Tladi. All right, we're sorting out the microphone so that she can be able to pose a question.
Hello. Oh, good morning. I'm Pulani Tladi from Show Me Soweto. My question is almost the same as the gentleman's. I want to know if there's any programs or mentoring programs that the June 16 stalwarts are working towards helping our youth so that they don't riot or ban schools.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Pulani. Antoinette? As the foundation, are you doing...
Okay.
It looks like you're far.
Okay, actually the foundation is going to work with youth. It's either sport, music, or any other issues that concerns the youth. And also, I have this in mind, you know, like we should start preparing youth, you know, like for them to understand life in a way of, you know, how men should treat women, women should treat men, because I've seen that there are so many issues of, you know, men killing the whole family. Something is not right, you know, and if not, the woman will get people to come and kill their husband. They're like, those issues for me, they're very, very important. And I know that sometimes the background of the very same youth, in a way, maybe they grew up in a not an unfriendly environment. So in a way, as they grow up, they tend to repeat what happened. You know, so for me, it's like, if we focus on that as the Hector Pieterson Foundation, that is going to be very, very important.
Okay, Sechaba, let me just bring you into the issue of riots, vandalism to infrastructure, and if you can just respond to the two questions from the floor.
Now, let me say very quickly that on the 13th of June, NDOCC, we pledged that the demonstration should be peaceful. And the demonstration was indeed peaceful. Because the students in Morris Isaacson, after they have moved from one secondary school to the other, they moved over to Orlando West, and they were peaceful. No stone was thrown. The Naledi High School students, together with a lot of other secondary schools, they also came to Orlando West. Along the way, there was no violence. And my school in Skanontuana, for instance, together with my colleagues, Roni Matabate and the others, we moved from Skanontuana throughout to Orlando West. There was no single stone thrown. There was no building touched. The demonstration was peaceful. Now, the problem is that after the teaching, the burning that took place is the beer halls and the government institutions like your rent offices, your bus offices. Those are the ones that were touched. No single school was touched. No single library was touched. No single clinic was touched. All we are saying is that this must not be done in our name. The June 16 Foundation currently has a program that we have to submit. Fortunately, he's here, Ntate Panyaza. We have to submit it to Ntate Panyaza. We will be going through a talk in the schools, one school after the other, in order to talk about this issue of burning schools. Because that is not the culture of 1976. What we banned were institutions that resembled apartheid.
Fellow Kanahana, or maybe they, modeling what happened back then, what we see now in South Africa, infrastructure being burned and schools destroyed and such things. Can you really think that maybe they, although you're saying that you were destroying what reflected on what the apartheid system was back then?
Well, we do support the hashtag Fees Must Fall campaign. It was peaceful. It was a peaceful campaign. And those kids, it is the issue of access to education. Our institutions, our schools, we couldn't ban them because we were fighting for a better education, which meant we were still going to go back to those schools. That is why we didn't ban them. But now, once you look at this offshoot of the hashtag that has taken place currently, the one that targets libraries in university and lecture halls in university, that is not the main hashtag that we are supporting. This one is something else, you see. And when we move, we have indicated to Ntate Panyaza that we are going to Parliament. We are going to be making presentations about education, the South African Schools Act. We are going to add this issue of the burning of schools, that it must be a criminal offense. And the proposal that we are going to make is that not less than 10 years sentence must be given to anybody who bans the education of our youth.
I'm afraid Nakokesera when we're having such conversations. But your last words, how do you think June 16 should be commemorated or celebrated? Just in 30 seconds, quickly.
Well, in celebrating June 16 and commemorating June 16, you celebrate because we've been victorious. We've been able to achieve a democracy. We've been able to achieve a new constitution. Everybody can be able to vote. Although economically it is still a challenge. You can commemorate as well because lots of life have been lost.
All right, thank you very much, Ntate Sechaba. Ntate Mazibuko, let us come to you, your final words. In 30 seconds.
I would like to say to the young people of this country who are concerned particularly about their economic position, that inasmuch as there are things that do not make us happy, which are full all over the country, let us seek the positive. I know there are a lot of young professionals in all disciplines who are prepared to share. But we have not created platforms for them to come to you and for you to come to them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right now, earlier on, I was speaking to Sechaba here that there's a group of lawyers who are saying, we want to talk to you, Sechaba, because we want to share with the young people.
Ntate Mazibuko, I'm afraid that's where we're going to leave it, but thank you very much. And Mayor Antoinette, your final words?
Okay. I think the youth today should come together, if they have a certain skill, let them come together. They make sure they start that very same business that they think they can do. And only then they can approach business people or government to help. But they should take the initiative of starting their own thing that they believe in.
All right, Ntate Molefe, Manso, how qetela?
I think June 16 should be commemorated through concrete communication of concrete achievements. Because it's important to show how far we have come and what are the greatest achievements. And concretely, to say, I articulated quite a couple of them. Every year we must show our people the progress we have made since June 16. It's a positive message we must give to our people, whilst acknowledging the challenges that still lie ahead.
All right. No, thank you very much to our members of the panel here. A special thank you to you as well, MEC of Education, Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi. And thank you so much for you at home for having taken your time out to stay with us here on Morning Live. Well, we're back on our screens tomorrow morning. I will be out here in Soweto commemorating the June 16 tomorrow. So see you tomorrow morning. Thank you. Bye-bye.